Alright, so this is going to be a review of Minions: The Rise of Gru. It came out earlier this year. I was going to see it and I didn't. I don't like the first Minions movie. Actually, I haven't liked any of these really since Despicable Me 1. But whatever. And I also don't like this movie either. We'll get back to that. It's directed by Cal Balda, Brad Abelson, and Jonathan Delval. I did a trailer review for this years ago on my old channel, right? It's not even on this channel. And I'd forgotten about it. It's been so long, but whatever. We'll talk about it. It starts off with the Vicious Six. They're this supervillain group. I think they're the biggest supervillains in the world, whatever. They have this plan to go after this this sacred talisman or whatever that turns you into a beast or something. And their leader, Wild Knuckles, played by Alan Arkin, he's actually going to get it. After he gets it, they betray him, leave him for dead. So now Gru, once again played by Steve Carell, he wants to fill that spot because they're trying to fill that spot on the team now. So he gets there, they make fun of him because he's a kid and all that. When they're not looking, he steals the sacred talisman, the little stone or whatever it is, and there's a high-speed chase. So he gives that thing to one of the minions, and the minions are idiots, so he trades it for a pet rock. So he fires them, as he should, and he should have executed that minion on the spot. No, okay, I'm kidding about that. Well, partially. And he leaves, and he gets kidnapped. So now the three, I'm pretty sure they're the three from the first Minions movie, Kevin and the other two. They're, they go on a plane, all that. They go to get, Gru back. And the one that lost the stone, the big one with the braces, I think he has braces. He gets on like a like a tricycle, like a little kid bike, and like bikes across the states, or whatever, across the desert and all this to get the guy that has it on a motorcycle. Like he has it on a necklace or whatever. Anyway, and the villains are asking around trying to find Gru because they're not the actual people that kidnapped him. Whatever. It eventually all converges, and they have this big fight with monsters, or they turn into beasts and things like that. So, like I said, I didn't like this movie. I thought it was pretty bad. But we'll do positives real quick, like we always do. So, animation looks good. Once again, definitely Illumination makes sure that the animation is good because they know that's one of the only things they've got for these movies that they put out. I will say though the character design, I didn't really care for it. Gru looks alright, minions, whatever, and I liked Bell Bottom. That's the black character with the fro. I liked her. She's played by Taraji P. Henson. I actually did like her. She's one of the only villains that got any real development. Those designs were okay. Everybody else, like the other characters, like the side characters, things like that, the people that were in the anti-villain league and things like that, I didn't really care for their character designs. Michelle Yeoh plays the kung fu master because yes, there's a fucking kung fu montage in this movie. That character is almost completely hair and just has like weird eyes and stuff like that. It didn't work for me. It'll probably work for kids. The character design I didn't really care for it. Most of the Vicious Six looked pretty generic to me and kind of lame. Every now and then it did make me laugh, right? Or really just kind of smirk for a second. But there are those moments. But mostly, I liked Gru and Knuckles together. At a certain point, they meet, and they had a really nice relationship with each other, like mentor type relationship, because he's his favorite supervillain, and he's going to teach him some things, and they have this moment where they're running away from some crocodiles in his pool and all that. And I thought they had a good dynamic, right? He was torturing him at one point with music, and I thought that part was funny. So if it would have just been that, right? Just been Gru, the main character, and he gets kidnapped, whatever, and he learns from Knuckles and then takes on the Vicious Six at the end, we could have had a decent movie. The movie's only an hour and a half anyway. You could have, got some of that done, had the side character minions doing some things that will make the smallest of small kids laugh, I guess, and we could have been done, but they didn't do that. But I did like that aspect of it. So let's get to it, right? This movie's all over the place, right? It starts off kind of with a bit of a plot, like okay, the Vicious Six is going after Gru. Gru's been kidnapped. They have to get the stone back. Whatever. I mean, it's stupid, right? Trading it for a pet rock, that's really dumb, even for the minions. But whatever. You have something going on there. But then in the middle, and this movie's only an hour and a half, it feels like it's just padding, right? Like this could easily just be minions shorts. They go to the airport. They try to get plane tickets with whatever like candy or whatever nonsense was in their pockets. They've been around for all these years. They don't know what money is. That's stupid. Like that's another. There's no logic in this movie at all. But whatever. um, they finally get on the plane and become the pilots. Not just sneak on the plane, but become the pilots of it and fly the plane by just finding small pilot outfits, small enough to fit them. They just found them. I was like, okay, all right, whatever. We have the kung fu montage for no reason that goes on for way too long, and it feels like it's padding an already short runtime, and it drags. It makes the movie feel longer than it actually is, and it was annoying, man. Like they have that language where they talk and it's just gibberish and mixed in with a little bit of Spanish, and it's annoying. like what they'll do, because there is English in there. What they'll do is they'll say a bunch of gibberish, blah 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 blah, and then there'll be like a one or two words that you can understand, blah 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 blah, kung fu, and then the character that's talking to them, a regular person, Michelle Yeoh, will be like, "Oh, you want me to teach you kung fu? There's no way you just got that from that. There's no way. He could have said anything about kung fu. Oh, you want me to teach you kung fu? Like, I guess you could maybe infer, I didn't. They keep doing that over and over again. Blah, 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 hide and seek. Oh, I guess that just means that, hey, let's play hide and seek. Because they want the one that lost the stone to stay back. It's like, it's annoying. How do you not find these characters annoying? They slap each other around. There's a couple times where they have to show their yellow asses because, it's like they have a checklist. They got to get that done at some point. There's fart jokes with them making fart noises with the whatever it was, the containers that Gru's mom was trying to sell. Because that's another thing that's going on here where the minions that were left behind are doing chores, I guess, for the mom, and the vicious six is coming by to ask where Gru is. Asking the minions where Gru is, knowing good and well that you're not going to understand what they're saying. Like, it was just so annoying to me. I've seen other critics say, oh man, Minions just does slapstick so well. How? It is the lowest level of slapstick. Just hitting each other, bumping into things, and that's it. It is annoying, man. These characters were never meant to be leads. They were never meant to be the focus of a movie. They were meant to be side characters, comedy relief. They are more than that in this movie and that last Minions movie. And they were never meant to be that. So now it's just nonsense. They're in different costumes, slapping each other and dancing, doing whatever, playing music, whatever's going on, singing at a funeral at the end of this thing. And it just, I just don't care, and I didn't find most of it funny at all. At all. I wanted it to be over so fucking bad. I kept having to stop the movie and go back to make sure that I caught certain things, because I was like, how did they know they had to go to San Francisco? I think they might have seen it on the license plate or something. I don't know. And then we're just going and going and going, and then it's like this thing, then this thing, then this thing, and then it all converges for this lame ass climactic fight at the end where they turn them into silly little animals. One's with chicken and laying eggs, and out of nowhere they're good at kung fu too, right? So that they can actually fight, so that the actual interaction with them takes no time, right? I mean, lame jokes. One of them, Gru was going through. He's kind of being a menace in the beginning, and he's going through. He's trying to get to the front of the line at like some ice cream shop, and so he has a cheese gun. And he shoots him with some cheese, and he gets up to the guy at the counter. He's like, "Don't cheese me, bro." It's supposed to be the "don't tase me, bro" thing. How fucking old is that at this point? It starts off with a James Bond, rip off of like the opening of the James Bond films, and I didn't think it was all that clever or all that funny. But either way, no kid that's young enough to laugh at this nonsense. I mean, other than the people that are giving this a pass for whatever reason. Oh my God, it's amazing slapstick. The grown ass people doing that. The grown ass critics doing that. No kid that young is gonna recognize that. None. It's like, my God. Like, there's not even much to talk about. Like, what was actually on the page? Like, even for people who think this is funny, tell me what you would be missing if you just watched these as Minions shorts. Minions, they're Illumination's cash cow. They're their brand. You see these Minions every time you go see an Illumination movie because they're on the logo or whatever. They even turn the logo into Minion now. It's like, oh my god, like this is your thing now, isn't it? Let it go. It's been years now, and they're annoying. They would never, for me, they have not been funny since the first one, and I can't even remember really laughing at them that much there. So whatever. But tell me, what would you be missing if you got these same little things, the plane and the kung fu, if you got it in a short before one of the other Illumination movies, right? If it wasn't, shorts, hell, it could be shorts on YouTube even, or on TV, right? And you get the same thing out of it. There's no story really here. No, there really isn't one. Most of this is padding. I feel like if you took the stuff out of here that feels like unnecessary padding with the minions, this movie, I don't even know if it would be an hour. Anyway, I think that's it. Like I said, there's a couple moments that made me smirk a little bit. I like Gru and Knuckles together. I wish the whole movie would have been that. And obviously, I like Bell Bottoms. The black character with the fro, right? She didn't get much to do, but she definitely was the one villain character in the Vicious Six that was actually doing things. I mean, other than Knuckles, but he, they betrayed him. But those other ones, John Claude, because there's a claw. The nun, her name is Nunchuck because she's a nun and she uses nunchucks, right? Oh my god, I'm sure that took a long time to come up with. Anyway, I'm giving this utter trash. I think it's garbage. I don't like this at all. They were getting on my fucking nerves, these minions, man. When is it going to end? I'm seriously asking at this point. But anyway, that's it. That's Minions Rise of Gru. Is it worse than the first one? Yeah, probably. I think the first one had more of a story, but whatever. That's it. Utter trash. We're done.